Hello, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Just wanted to go over some market stats with you guys. You know, I love the numbers and everything. So I'm getting a lot of questions from people right now. The market down here is a little bit uncertain, I guess you'd say. Um, with the interest rates, a good thing is the interest rates are starting to go down, about 6.5% on average, so down from about 7.5% previously, which is great. Some of the non-conforming kind of more jumbo loans are starting to come down as well too. So really good things, and we're seeing a lot of buyers are starting to come back into the market, feeling a little bit more comfortable about the interest rates coming down on that. But there's so much inventory right now in the market that what we're seeing is a lot of buyers are kind of stuck. So everyone's kind of saying, do I buy now or should I wait a little bit longer? Are interest rates going to come down? Are prices on homes going to start coming down? And so everyone's kind of just sitting there right now. So one thing I will say is if you are looking at buying, don't forget about the homestead exemption. So if you can close before the first of the year, you basically save, it's almost between like 40 and 50% on your taxes if you can file for homestead exemption. So if that is something, if you're trying to decide, do you buy now or do you wait until January or February, it is a big savings. So that's one thing that I would say, you know, go ahead and try to get that done if you can. There are, in terms for sellers that are kind of waiting and saying, should I go and list my house after the holidays? What I always like to say is, it's a great time right now because the buyers that are in the market are serious. If anyone's looking over the holidays, they definitely want to buy a house. Your home looks beautiful because it's all decorated and it's cozy and homey feeling, and there's less competition. So a lot of people are going to wait till after the holidays. January is always our biggest listing month, so you have more competition if you wait until January. So I would say stick it out right now. The prices that we're seeing last week, again, it was kind of a holiday, so it was a little bit hard to determine, but there were still 62 homes, single-family homes that sold in Port St. Lucie. The average sales price was $477,927, and it was still 97% of the listing price, or the asking price. It was a total of 43 days on the market. So what we're seeing when I was looking at stats from October, which is the latest one from their Realtor Association, is that the inventory has doubled. It went from 552 up to a little over 1,000 homes. But the sales prices still went up about 12 to 15% year over year. So while it's still not the craziness that we saw maybe in May and June, the prices are still up over last year. So it's still, you know, if you're looking to sell, it's still a good time. You're still making money on your home. But the closed sales, that's what we're seeing right now, have gone down about 25%. So people are still trying to decide, you know, what to do at this point. The other thing is, if you're a seller, and I can't remember if I did this in another video or not, but one of the things that we're seeing, and for buyers is a good thing to ask too, is if the seller had a really low interest rate, they had a government-backed loan, so either USDA, VA, FHA loan, and they're selling now, the buyer can assume, it's called like assume the interest rate on the loan, even like for a VA, even if the seller is a veteran and the buyer is not, the buyer can get that same interest rate that the VA had and use a VA loan on it. So it may be a good question as we're out looking at homes and stuff too, if I'm not your realtor, ask your realtor. If I am your realtor, you know, we'll definitely ask that. But that is another way too to help save for the buyers, and for sellers, it's a nice, instead of lowering the price, it's a nice option to offer the buyers. So hopefully that helps. If you guys need anything, just let me know. You know, I'm always here for you. I hope you have a fantastic week.